What's up? What's up? He's live again. Jesus, this guy doesn't sleep. Live streaming all day, yo, every day. Let's get our fancies. I think people like the slides. Not gonna lie, I saw a TikToker agency do it, and I was like, that is actually not a bad idea. Oh, look at that, way better. There we go. Psh, done, done. SimpleTechSkills.com. That looks nice. Welcome, everyone. Warming up. Welcome to the AI and Automation Show. Please come on in. Grab your popcorn. Happy Friday. Relax. We've all had a very, very long week. We're just going to hang out, learn some AI tools so that next week you can work smarter, not harder. I'm your host, Jonathan Acuna. And on this show, we're going to talk about AI, automation, and some amazing things tonight. So I'm very excited for another guy. It's got a good night. It's going to be a good night. I'm excited. Oh, wait. Where is that word? AI for Business Q and A. I'm like, yo, TikTok, label my stuff correctly. Awesome. So, happy Friday. Relax, come on in. We're going to talk about AI. What's the best AI tools that are out there? How should I use AI in my business? All that fun stuff. I'm going to let you guys know all the secrets, everything. This is going to be awesome. Let's see, I can't remember which of your short videos I saw that got my attention, but your content is fire. The algorithm did its job. I just had to make good content. Oh, wait, more. Glad to. This is awesome. Glad you're a part. Hello, design. Was it Design O'Deal? That's a very interesting name. Welcome. We could talk about AI. The way this show works, you just ask your AI questions and immediately get them answered. It's like ChatGPT, but with a real person. I like that. It's like ChatGPT, but an actual person. Imagine if you actually got to talk with ChatGPT and you're like, "Hey ChatGPT, what's the best AI tool? Hey ChatGPT, what's AI chatbot versus automation?" This is like if ChatGPT would actually talk to you like in a real life. So I think that's gonna be the theme of tonight's show of the AI family. Looking forward to helping you grow your business. I'm chatting with the team member. Design O'Deal, she's like, ChatGPT is my new best friend. Well, you're about to be my new best friend, that I can help you grow your business, use AI in your business so that you can stay ahead and crush it. Do more with less, get more leads, get more sales using AI. If this is your first time on the show, it's real simple. You ask your AI questions. I'm going to answer them. I do not gatekeep. I'm going to tell you the best tools, how to use them in your business. And so I pretty much give away all the secrets on this show, but it's viewer supported, so pretty much you guys are going to be, it's open Q&A. I just kind of put those up there, like talking points. Some people want to talk about chatbots, automations, voice agents, what are the best AI tools for my business. So it's like those are just talking points. It's real flexible. That's like, you tell me about your business, or tell what is your business, or if you're looking to start a business. And hold on, I gotta add a GIF. No, grateful. Like, it's so dope in our meme community. Like, this is funny. We speak in memes in our community. I have an AI community. It's so dope. Like, this is the type of help that you get inside my AI community. One of our members right here was like, "Hey, I'm trying to get a lead list for leads." And I was like, "I got you, bro. I got a Fiverr Connect, and I got a service that will help you just scrape leads. Like, they'll do this web scraping for you." He does B2B sales, and he's like, "Yo, I can't remember which one of your shorts that I saw that got my attention, but your content is fire." And I was like, grateful. We speak in memes in the community, which is super dope. David, good to see you, David. I'm just helping a member. I was showing the chat, and one of the members was like, "Yo, he found me by my content." So that's usually how you're going to find me in this world, is based in the digital world. You'll come across the lives, the shorts, YouTube or Instagram. And Zena says, which site do you use for leads? If you join the AI community, I will give, it's actually a post. I just posted it inside the AI community. It's a B2B list, and there's two sources that I have right there. One is the Fiverr Connect that I recommend, and the other is a website that we use for services. And of course, we speak in cat memes in the community. So unfortunately, that's one thing I do gatekeep, is like stuff that help my community members. I don't mean to like say tease or anything. It's like usually I would give a lot of the answers away on the show, but just know, in all due respect, my members, I want to give them the competitive, because that's why they signed up for the community. They're signed up for this, like literally, he just messaged me an hour ago and was like, hey, John, I need a lead list. I don't want to scrape manually. I'm running out of leads. What do I do? And then I was like, I got you, bro. Try this in this website. That's gonna be more than enough to help you get leads, because he does B2B, where basically he targets attorneys for his niche. So he's like, I need a list of attorneys in my 50-mile radius. I was like, got you. Use these two websites, pay them $50 to $100, boom, and they'll give you all of the contact information, verified emails, verified details, everything you know. I see Miss Dr. T in the chat. Dr. T has entered the chat. Welcome, everyone, and happy Friday. To our newcomers, welcome. This is the AI and Automation Show. I help you get the most out of AI for both work and business. I'm trying to work on like that tagline, so like slowly practicing that elevator pitch. But the way this show works, you ask your AI questions and I will answer them, show you the best tools, how to get the most out of them. I already see Dr. T sharing it live. I got my amazing supporters, part of the AI family, that are going to share this with their networks. This is really because the algorithm, if you follow, the algorithm's not going to notify you if I go live. So usually the first 30 minutes, we're going to have a long show. I go live for 2 hours, and we're just going to rock full steam ahead and start talking about AI. What are the best AI tools out there? How can I use them? Is it just prompts, or are there better AI tools out there? Actually, let me show you this screen, so that way get some people so they have talking points. Super easy. So that is, we're actually going to jam. So let's start with automation, because automation is going to be one of the number one questions right now. Starting off, it's like, do I use Zapier, or why? I'm actually doing a catchier Tado. It's like why you should not be using Zapier, and what you should be using instead for automation in your business. That is going to be, so just a quick TLDR. If you're using Zapier, you are spending ludicrous amounts of money on automation in your business, automating your marketing, your content, your operations. Make.com is the go-to automation tool if you want to start automating both your business, the tasks, connecting apps, doing things manually. If you have to like manually set out emails, manually follow up with your leads, Make.com is going to be the best one to automate it. Do not use Zapier, because Zapier is 5 to 7 times, actually is 5 times more expensive. So it's like, why would I recommend a tool that's going to charge you 5 times more for the same thing? And it's actually obsolete. They actually haven't updated their software, and they just get more like, they actually don't update the software, which is so sad. So that's why I highly recommend Make.com is the best automation tool to start off at. Then when you graduate to after building some Make.com automations, I see you, Dr. T. I see you sharing. After you grow from there and you got some automations, you're like, I want to add AI chatbots. I want to do AI agents. That's when you're going to get into N8N, which actually I think I learned the name of. I was just trolling Reddit. And then someone said N8N stands for Node Nation. Node Nation or something like that, is what it basically says. Coach Adam, AI for, what's the rest of your username? AI for something. But welcome, Coach Adam. You're a brand new name. I always tell businesses to stop using Zapier. You are a godsend, an angel to those businesses, because you are saving them so much money and helping them stay up to date. And really the only two out there is really, again, Make.com, just is you're going to be your go-to. And then if you need to build like AI agents or like chatbots or voice agents, that's when you get into N8N, which stands for Node Nation, is like what that actually acronym stands for, which is kind of interesting. So highly recommend. We're going to start off the show with that great marketing tip number one: stop using Zapier and start using Make.com and N8N to start automating your business. Start adding chatbots so that they can do the work for you, so that you can spend more time with your customers or your clients to give them a much better experience. Coach Adam's like, I like this guy. I like this way he talks. We're already at 1,000 likes and we just started. I appreciate each and every one of you. So the way the show works is, this is the AI and automation show. You ask your AI questions and I will answer them. So Bungie followed and joined. Welcome, Bungie. Good to see everyone. So if you have a business and you want to know what are the best AI tools for my business, or how can I automate this task, that's the way this show is going to work. Speaking of which, I'm going to start off with actually something amazing that I saw in AI, because I always like to drop some like new stuff. I'm going to drop this. I haven't made this a content piece yet, but I'm going to make a content about this. This blew my mind. Okay, hold on. Let me find. Okay, give me a minute, because I just got to find the video. I saved it. Okay, not that one. Actually, we could talk about that one. Replit. Not that one. I saved it today. I save a bunch of videos that are like, I find, and almost there. Hold on, I'm like 3 away. I know I saved it. Don't worry. It blows my mind. It's like how to digitally avatar, or how to clone yourself as a on Zoom meetings, or it's basically how to show up on Zoom meetings with how to have your AI avatar show up on Zoom meetings. I'm getting closer. Hold on. Yeah, that's gonna be the tag for this cool thing I want to show you. Give me a minute. I saved a lot of content. It's getting closer. It's how to show up on Zoom, how to have your AI avatar show up on Zoom meetings so you don't have to. This blew my mind, because I'm always looking for like fascinating content to like share, or like what. I'm getting closer. Don't worry. I didn't realize I like say. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. You guys ready for this? Yo, we're going to start off with a banger on the show, because on this show, I want to show you the best, or like fascinating stuff with AI. So check this out. We'll call it roommate or girlfriend, is on a Zoom call, but she's not on the call. She's in the living room playing video games, and her AI avatar is on the call talking to the person on the Zoom call. So yes, watch this.
This is actually crazy, because she was on the living room playing video games, and she's actually on a call here. This is a tool called Pickle. What you do is you connect this Pickle to your Zoom call, you switch to your Pickle camera, and you can talk while driving, gaming, or doing other things. So will you use this for your next Zoom call while you're gaming?
I'm going to play it again so we can see it. So basically just one more time. That's her avatar. Oh, wait, I gotta pause it. She's not on her desk. That's her avatar talking in real time, but she's not at her desk. She's in the living room with headphones on, talking, and the audio is syncing live with her.
This is actually crazy, because she was on the living room playing video games, and she's actually on a call here. This is a tool called Pickle. What you do is you connect this Pickle to your Zoom call, you switch to your Pickle camera, and you can talk while driving, gaming, or doing other things. So will you use this for your next Zoom call while you're gaming?
I aim to show you guys the best, most cutting edge of AI stuff, and if it blows my mind, I'm like, wait, what? This does what? So let's find out that tool. So did you guys catch the name? Was it Pickle? Shout out to Robo Nuggets, he's amazing. Was it Pickle? AI Zoom meeting. Oh my god. Take a screenshot, everyone. I'll pause. Take a screenshot. I only share the best tools with you guys. Like, this blew my mind. I'm like, what? So if I don't know if like I should do this for the lives, but I'm playing video games in the living room while my clone right now is talking to you guys, and I'm sitting there gaming. Like, is that what I'm gonna do? Like, what? What? Simply vibing is like, please don't use it with us. Nah, fam. Nah, fam. Trust. I want to give you the authentic me, the raw me. I have yet to, as much as I talk about AI, automation, and content, I still none of my content is AI generated. So it's like, but isn't that wild? So let's play with the new software. I literally saw this today. And I was like, yo, I gotta talk about this. Pickle, your AI double in Zoom calls. And there was, how much do you think it is too, which is interesting. Hi Sharon, good to see you. Sharon, you're gonna love this. We're talking about an AI digital twin that could be on calls talking while you're in the room doing something else in real time. Like, that's what we're talking right now. So meet Pickle. The way it works, I think of like Dr. T when you're on the Zoom calls with us during our office hours and you're driving. I imagine you using this. I'm like, why is he always in his office? And you're always, because you're always out driving when you're on the calls. Like, you're literally doing something else. What it does, right? It maps your voice. It's just listening. So you could put on headphones, for example, and it's listening to the voice, streaming the voice, and then it's not a Hey Gen clone of you, but it's like it, basically. They have their own software, I would assume. You upload a training video of you talking for like maybe 2 minutes in like some specific location, and then it does. So it's basically a Hey Gen, but for Zoom, basically, is what I'm assuming. But this, and then you switch to the pickle camera. Look at the pickle cam. Yo, pickle cam mode. What's up, the city? This app is called Pickle, Pickle AI. Kai's like, this is crazy, right? Because you heard it here. Now you guys are at the cutting edge of like, I call these all superpowers. Like, this is superpowers, yo. This is, so then you're on the meeting on the pickle cam and your AI twin. Like, look at all the comments or all the reviews. Remote work will never be the same. Simply speak, my AI double will lip sync to your voice. That's crazy. Imagine 2025 AI replaces humans for meetings. Honestly, I can't tell which AI is human. This person's like, we're cooked. Watch Gary's pickle here. This is like just got set up with my live deepfake for Zoom. Oh, it does Zoom, Team, and Google Meet. That's interesting. That's wild. Look at this. Imagine having your own AI clone that attends meetings, takes notes, and keeps you informed while you do whatever you want. It's real. I'll show you. What? Let's go some details here. Let's like, what else we got here? What is Pickle? Pickle is an AI double that lip syncs to your voice. With Pickle, you can join meetings. You can join video calls while you're walking around, even lying in bed. They know how lazy we are. What? Wait, we created how much? So $24 is like only how much it costs. What platforms? It does Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, and Twitch, even photo booth. Wow. What languages? Pickle can lip sync in any language. Okay, so you as the source, you can speak any language and it will map it. Currently, oh, shout out to my Mac users. It's only Mac only. Windows users, come to the dark side. Just come to the dark side. All the best toys are on the Mac side. Sorry. It's not me that said it. Pickle said it. They did it with Apple first before Mac or before PC for a reason. How do I change my pickle outfit? How do I change my pickles outfit or background? These are weird conversations that we're having in 2025, but this is what's normal. Dr. Ray is sharing. Megan G is following. Thank you so much for everyone following. This is the AI Automation Show. I show you the best AI tools so that you guys can stay ahead and work smarter, not harder. Isn't that such a hack of working smarter, not harder? You could create multiple pickles. They're calling avatars pickles with different outfits. Plus, it's like, I want to wear the red tie today on my Zoom meeting, and then I'll wear the laid back T-shirt in my afternoon Zoom call. Like, what world are we living? You can't trust anything online. Like, you can't. Don't even trust this. Don't even trust the live stream of me at this point. Like, it's so. Plus video call back platform backgrounds filters, so you could put, okay, it's like a Zoom background, you could put a blurry, or you could do backgrounds, they're backed by Y Combinator. That's so it's not a camera, it's pickle. That's such a catchy, you're forever gonna remember pickle at the end of the day. Like, so pricing is only $24. So $24, you get to unlimited pickles or avatars. That's weird, man. I gotta save this to the notes. Save to the notes. So you heard it here first. AI. Don't, when you're on Zoom meetings with your coworkers, like, you gotta ask everyone, do the 3-finger test. You gotta go, like, start the meeting and be like, okay, today's number is going to be 5 fingers. Put up 5 fingers, and that's how we're gonna tell if you have a pickle running or you have an actual person talking. That's how they're gonna test. It's like 2-factor authentication. They're like, all right, today's number 3. Hold up 3 fingers to the camera. Okay, you're real. John, are you using your pickle? No, I'm not. John, put up 3 fingers. I sorry, my arm's really tired. John's using a pickle. What? What is this show? This show is just a glimpse into another universe. So I thought that was cool when I was trolling comments and stuff like that, of just finding random stuff. I don't want to wear that one's a weird one. I follow, just like, I scroll TikTok and I find just basically very interesting stuff, and if I find it's interesting, I share it with you guys. Oh my god, that's so loud. Anyways, hey, Dr. Ray. Oh, Dr. Ray, are you part of Dr. T? Daughter? Maybe? Wait, no, maybe. I don't know. I see 2 doctors, and I'm like, I only know 2 doctors in my life right now. Anyway, she's like, I can't stand to. Oh, yes. Dope. Called it. Dope. Yes. Dope. Welcome to the AI family. Isn't that right? Oh, his partner. Dope. Okay, dope. I'm like trying to imagine. I have like so many like names and like communities that I'm learning. So welcome, Dr. Ray. Welcome to the party. Isn't that wild? Like, pickle is a thing now, of like, this is your clone avatar. So that is like wild. That's the world we live in. Anyways, that's going to be our new tool of the day. Let's do another new tool, just for some people that are brand new to this. Kai Chosen says, pickle is crazy. You learn something new every day, right? New neurons. Connecting new neurons. You guys technically just got smarter just by. I love that show. You ever watched Dustin from like Smarter Every Day YouTube? I love that channel. So shout out to Dustin, who owns the channel Smarter Every Day. So that I'm like, we're just doing that, but with AI, just getting smarter every day. That becomes the tagline of the show. Welcome to the AI and Automation Show. We'll help you get smarter every day. It sounds catchier. I don't think it's trademarked. Anyways, let's talk about. Let's see, RenderNet. I want to share this one because a lot of people don't know about this one. So here's your next free tool of the night. Not free tool, but cool tool of something that you could use. For example, Dr. T is like, I like that. Kai Chosen says, new neurons merging with AI and daily tech. I love it. We're all getting smarter together. We can only consume so many cat and dog videos. Don't get me wrong. Those dog videos where they're dubbing over the voice, I love them. If you take the Notion course, I have a surprise for you in the Notion course related to that. Not going to spoil it. So Fathom is an AI tool that is it's basically like Otter or Fireflies, where basically it will transcribe your notes in real time. The only difference is that it is free. Where's the free word? Oh yeah, get started. Free forever. You guys remember the Sandlot when the guy when they lose the ball and it's like forever. Sorry, I'm gonna throw 80s references in the show. So this is free forever, which is actually kind of cool. The number one productivity AI note taking app works with Zoom, team meetings, and Google Meet. And then the other one, I just haven't played with it yet. I still got to play with it. I'll sign up. Actually, we could probably kick the tires right now. Why not? Let's learn something new together. Kai Chosen says, is there a website that has a log of all the new AI tools coming out every day? How do you find these? That's an excellent question. 100%. Let me actually show you how I keep up to date with AI. I'm going to sign into Fathom right now because I want to try it basically. Oh wait, hold on. Fathom wants access to all my data. I'm like, no wonder. If it's free, you're the product at the end of the day. That's the only downside. Just be aware if the product is free, you are the product that they're data harvesting and reselling on the back end. Like there's nothing free in this world. Fathom wants to connect to your oh, no wonder. Fathom wants access to your calendar. What if I don't want to give Fathom access to my calendar? Can you not? I don't like this. No wonder it's free. Give us access to everything in your calendar. And I'm like, I don't know, Fathom. I just want you to transcribe. Is that cool? Sign in. I may not use Fathom if it's going to like force me. Because you can only sign in with like Google, Microsoft, or SSO. And then when you sign in, like it's asking for access to view all events on your calendar. I'm not cool with that. Hold on. Fathom. Do you trust Fathom with those access? No. All right. I'm not using Fathom. I don't like Fathom because like I'd rather pay Fireflies the $10 a month because it's like you can't get around the wall. That sucks. No wonder it's free. They want to harvest all your calendar events as pretty much a data set so that they can sell to whatever third-party profiles anyways. But all right. Well, so much for Fathom because they're like you have to literally you can't sign in with a password and username. You have to use a Google or like a Google or email account, and then you have to connect the calendar. And I'm like, and then you have to give it access to all events in your calendar. I'm like, I'm not giving you access to all my events in my calendar. Like, I like how you give access to all the events on your calendar, but low key we're HIPAA compliant. Like, go F yourself. Like, all right, I'm not recommending Fathom. Stick with Fireflies or Firefly. Again, if the product's free, you're the product. Think Google. Any Google product, it's free because you're the product. Isn't that annoying? I'm gonna answer your question. Kai's Chosen. Trust. But that's super annoying. So I'm gonna sign up for Fireflies. I don't have a problem with like paying $10 a month. That's worth it because like for the AI meeting, because I gotta transcribe the office hours into text videos, so people that they don't want to, they miss an office hour session from our AI community. Because we talk about a bunch of like it's just rapid fire questions and answers and stuff. So I want to transcribe it so that people could just skim through it. So, and then Fireflies is like, where's pricing? It's way cheaper than Otter. This is, oh wait, what's their free plan? Fireflies is free. Wait, what do you mean it's free? Wait, what's the, so if you want, okay, limited, well, I don't need the AI summaries. What's the caption for, what's that little asterisk? They're like, I like that they have a little asterisk. Okay, free forever. So transcript is kind of, okay, so it's just like limited as far as how much it would transcribe. And summaries, I don't mind. I mean, still, at like $18 a month is still not that bad. Recording limit 2 hours, transcript, AI credits. We don't care about AI credits. Okay. Nothing's free in this world, as they say. So back to Chosen's question. Kai Chosen says, hey, John, is there one website I can stay up to date with all these new AI tools? And yes, there's two ways that I stay up to date with AI. Number one is I follow all the AI influencers. You can actually go to my TikTok page, and then you can see all the people that I follow, honestly. So if I follow them, then they're interesting, or at least they put out, I don't like follow random people, more or less. So like here, there's only 24 people. So like here, these are all the people that are like something AI related, more or less, except for Worthy Subs. Worthy Subs is like, I look up to him as far as like his online coaching business model, like fitness influencer, and like that's making stupid amounts of money. But I like his motivation. I like his content. And then Lawrence, Lawrence is just a comedian in LA. Funny guy. You'll get news. Funny guy. But you see all the other guys and James Lee. You know why you're following James Lee if you know James Lee. Um, but all these are like you all know Sabrina, for example. Um, Jasmine is a musician. She inspired me to go live every single day. She's an independent artist. Highly recommend listen to her page. She goes live at 10 o'clock every day, Pacific Standard Time in the afternoon. And she amazing voice, great guitarist. If you want like the most amazing angelic voice, like I can't hype her enough. Like she is amazing, and she's independent. She's completely a musician that's fully sustained from the live streams and community that she's built on. She only live streams on TikTok and YouTube. So she inspired me. I was like, oh, I should probably go live on TikTok and YouTube to build my following. So I was like, oh, so that's where I gain followers from Jay Abraham, marketing guru. He says if you want to innovate and stay competitive, study great people in different industries. So that's why I follow a lot of fitness influencers or different people from different industries that aren't anything AI related. Study what they're doing. Like today, for example, like I was studying TikTok influencers, and they have a TikTok influencer. I know I'm eventually going to get to your question, Kai. I really, that's a long way. ADHD. We have to take the long scenic route before we get to our destination, but it all will tie together. And so, when I was watching TikTok, they're basically a TikTok agency. They if you want to become a TikToker, you get signed by them under their agency, and they teach you how to live stream, which is very interesting. And so when I watched their lives, one of the guys, he literally has a sign, like a tiny whiteboard sign, like no bigger than this, and literally on the board it says TikTok Masterclass. And he has this the whole time as he's kind of just a camera and just talking. So he always has this on. And I thought that was interesting. I was like, oh, so if you just join the live and you know nothing of what's going on, like no context, you could immediately in 2 seconds by seeing TikTok Masterclass to go like, oh, okay, I know what he's doing. So that's why I started this thing today where I just made a Canvas slide. I'm like, hey, how to learn AI. Pick any of these topics, and that's going to stop you from going, or stop the scroll basically, to get people who are like, what is this live about? What is it talk? Oh, we learn AI. Oh, chatbots, best tools. Oh yeah, I want to know what AI agents are and stuff like that. So I totally copied from him. So that's innovation. Basically is like, that's if yeah, so I noticed it today too. I tested it out on some live streams. I'm already getting way more followers and engagement within the first like as I go. Like we're 32 minutes in, 4,000 likes, appreciate it, 11 new followers, and I'm like, because it's the TikTok algorithm will judge you if you I could do the point system too if you guys want to see the point system, and then I'll do the AI, because the TikTok algorithm judges your content. Oh, I have it here. This is actually cool if you guys, because content is important. Knowing how the algorithm works is also for building your brand. So let me show you how the TikTok algorithm points your videos. Like it literally gives each video a point system. Here we go. So this stops the scrolls for lives, and I was like, oh, and I've tested it on 3 lives already, and I'm like, it actually works. So if you're going live, one, it's a great way to nurture with your leads, get new followers, build the relationship, especially because all business is, because I always bring it down to a marketing principle. All marketing is building trust as much as following, and trust comes from just showing up consistently, so daily, and then also giving a ton of value. So and then here, this stops the scroll versus regular content where you're usually traditionally reliant on a hook. Hey, these are 5 ways to how to X, or here's 7 mistakes to blah. For example, you're just trying to get the user to stop scrolling. This does it for lives, and I was like, But again, studying from different industries, you pick up these little things, and then marketers just test. So I just tested on a couple lives, and now I'm like, oh, I'm getting more followers just natively from it. And actually, the algorithm, once people stop and scroll, it knows your profile. So then it's like, oh, this person's interested in this topic. I'm gonna go find other people that are interested in that topic. So then the audience starts building faster, which is very interesting. Oh, David, I'm saying basically the reason why I have this board right up here that says how to learn AI and the top 4 topics that are related to AI. Oh, wait, oh, you're on YouTube. Sorry. I on TikTok. So actually, let me show you guys this too. So I'm live streaming. I'm dual streaming on using Streamlabs. So when I point up, I'm pointing in TikTok world, but the people on YouTube think I'm crazy, like David, going, "What the fuck is he pointing at?" So then I have to point over here to what I'm doing in YouTube. So great question, David. So like if I point up, I'm in TikTok world. If I point down like here, I'm pointing to YouTube world, because what you see here is basically my screen. So that's what I'm pointing at, is basically showing this slide right here. It's kind of, I was like, why is Dave don't know what I'm pointing at? And he was like, no, this crazy person's pointing off screen when the screen is down over here. That's funny. Anyways, long story short, to say you pick up different things for different trends, and so I share a lot of marketing principles too along the way. So long way to say, Kai, how do I stay updated? Number one is following other creatives, both not just in your industry, but also just in people that are in another industry, is also a great marketing hack. And then second is this website right here, AIX, zoom in, there we go, take a screenshot, AIXPLORIA, Explorer. There's like many different like I call them AI directory websites. They're basically like if you ever seen, there's a website called There's an AI Tool for That. There's an AI tool for that. I do not recommend going to this website and signing up. It's chaos, as far as there's no organization. It's overwhelming as far as like, here's the new tool and here's the latest new startup, and it's so overwhelming. So as this is like the second one, but I don't go there because it's like chaos. They're shoving new tools all the time. A lot of tools aren't really tested, like battle tested per se. So like you're getting the new shiny object of the week kind of thing. So that's why the only one outside of influencers that I study, the influencers keep me up to date. We all just repurpose each other's content at the end of the day. And then same. Well, that's a marketing hack for your industry. When you want to create content for your niche or your industry, just study other people that are in your niche, go follow them, study what they're doing, and literally if they make a video that gets 1,000 or 10,000 views, try and replicate it for your brand, basically. Dr. Ray, thank you so much for sharing. Dr. D, thank you. Dr. T, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate. Thank you, Vanessa, for following. So that's like a lot. So when it comes time to create content, literally, I have a list. This is just a list. The app is called TickTick. It's more of a task and project management app. So I have a list of like, there's 215 pieces of content that I just kind of saved, basically. And when I go and create content, I literally just start from the very top and then watch it and be like, okay, how can I make something similar like this, but in my way? My way is always attention grabbing hook. That's 2 seconds, 20 seconds long. Let me show you something on the computer screen, and then let me give you a call to action to sign up for the AI newsletter. Those are my 4-step framework of how I create content. And you can see all my TikTok videos follows that framework, for example. None of it's AI content, AI generated. So that's a swipe file. That's how I create content and stay up to date. I know I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And then so the cool thing about AI Explorer, again, take a screenshot. I'll wait a couple seconds. The great thing I like about this Explorer is because they break it down by category, by tool, because you have to understand ChatGPT can do a lot of things, but it's not the best at like search or images. So that's why the main mindset to have is basically whatever specific task or project that you're working on, there's a specific AI tool for that task or project, for example. So That's pretty much it. And then here, like, here's the top 10 image generators. Now, here's the thing, it will give you the top 10, but they're not necessarily the top 10 in a sense. There's maybe three or four in the order. Like, say, for example, like chatbots. Like, let's do chatbots. Okay, here's the top 10 AI chatbots or AI assistants, large language models. They're like your daily drivers, everyday use, basically. Although it's the top 10, it's not actually ranked by the top 10, honestly. So like Grok, I would never touch Grok if my life depended on it. Like, Grok is a waste of time. So Gemini, waste of time. Claude, only if I was coding or a software developer. Like, my top three is ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Mistral, and then Quinn. That top four. So those are the top four AI tools. Outside of that, like Microsoft Copilot, go choke on something. Like, no, waste of time. Like, what a waste of a tool. So that's why it's like, and then Meta AI, like, trash. But again, if you had to pick the top 10, you're gonna put some of these in the top 10 anyways. So it's not. That's why it's, again, don't trust it per se as far as like these are the top 10 in this. I should only use Grok and ChatGPT because it says the way. It's like, nah, not really. If you test them, like like I test all my tools. So like we did the deep research episode a couple nights ago and tested all the deep research functions across Storm, MIT. I'm still or Stanford. I'm very annoyed we wasted time with that. Then there's Perplexity, and then there's ChatGPT, and then we even threw DeepSeek in on the challenge. ChatGPT was great if I prompted it correctly. I think I misprompted it because when we did the Pop-Tart experiment, people are be like, what the fuck is the Pop-Tart deep research challenge? You gotta do the Pop-Tart deep research challenge on the tools. It's gonna be like a strawberry test. Only people that are longtime followers know what's going on. So we did that as that, and it did great for the Pop-Tart test. And so I was like, okay, maybe I prompted it wrong when I did the AI tool. So ChatGPT research was great. Perplexity was, or actually DeepSeek was second best. Then third was Perplexity. I'm not gonna lie, may not be relevant at the end of the year. They're going in some weird off direction. Like, first, DeepSeek caught them with their pants down as far as coming out with a better search option as a side feature. Like, again, DeepSeek, it's not a main feature. They're actually a side project from a trading and algorithm. It was a hedge fund that was their side project, and then part of their side project, they added search that was so good that Perplexity is like backpedal and was like, look at us, we're so innovative. Now we downloaded DeepSeek and we rebranded it called DeepSeek 1775 or some shit, where they're like, look, it's more uncensored. And it's like, no, you're not innovating your product. You're a shit product. Like, they came out just the same, delivered more value, cheaper cost, or free, because Perplexity has been struggling to monetize. They're like trying to run ads. They now want to be a VC fund, a VC company. I swear, like, some of these companies, like, they just have too much money. Anyways, let me show you. I know we're gonna now switch topics. I hope that answers the question as far as like, what's the best AI directory tool? Explora, and then following other influencers, TikTokers. I'm sorry, other AI influencers, and then I'll honestly go to the people that I follow. There's only, like, let's say there's 18 of the people in my list. Follow those people, and that's how I stay up to date. So I get the brand news from there, and that. Yours says proxy versus operator. I don't know what proxy is. I know I could talk about operator, and I could tell you operator's trash and use browser use. We may do a demo of browser use later on. But yeah, for like controlling the web for AI and AI agents, that's what I would recommend. So if you have an AI question, please make sure that you follow the channel, and I will answer all of your AI questions. The way this shows Convergence AI's proxy. Okay, let me take a look at that. The way the show works is you ask your AI questions, and I will answer them. Thank you for the follow, Jeffrey. Executive Coach and Jabari. Welcome to the AI family. My mission is just to keep you guys up to date with AI. Let's take a look at proxy convergence AI, because this is also how I find out about new tools. Like, you guys tell me. Convergence is familiar. Your AI assistant for daily tasks. Nah. It's just a rebrand. Yeah, this is just a wrapper. At the end of the day, you're getting a lot of these other tools that are just wrappers, and they're just talking to ChatGPT, DeepSeek on the API on the back end, and they'll put some wrapper, for example. Sorry, could you repeat the alternative for operator? 100%. Are you followed your? I'm going to ask. If you're not following, I don't know. I'll have to put you at the bottom of the list. I only ask questions from people that are following. Appreciate it though. It goes this way. It's just boosting the algorithm. That's all, at the end of the day. So that's all. Sweet. I appreciate it. I just had to double check. So your question is the alternative, and we'll do a demo. I'll even show you a demo too. Thank you so much here. I appreciate it, and welcome to the AI family. So there, in my opinion, there are only two, not just what ChatGPT operator is basically a function of basically it's an agent at the end of the day. It's just a branded type of agent that searches the web, for example. So rather, if we just go up one umbrella, what are the best AI agent tools that are out there? Honestly, there's NAN. NAN is going to be the gold standard, honestly, for building AI agents, but that's not really anything impressive. But understand there's two industries that are competing. You have open source and closed source. Closed source is NAN. Yes, it is open source, but it's really more powered by a company generating revenue. So that's why it's not proprietary, but it's built on open source. But it's not proprietary per se. But you have closed source tools. Basically, is what I would consider. Then you have open source, and open source is browser use. We're gonna have a course on this probably at the end. I think probably May. Um, well, actually April, because March is already around the corner. So March, no, April, we'll have a course on browser use. So browser use is completely open source. This is what I consider AI agents. So by definition, or for a lot of people, it's like, what's an AI agent? An agent has three components. It has a goal given by the user. It has a brain, which is a large language model, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Llama, whatever, doesn't matter. And then it has a set of tools. Could be a calculator, access to your calendar, API to Wikipedia, something like that. These are all tools. Then what the agent does, you give it a goal, and it has to use those tools in its brain to loop through iteratively to try and figure out how to solve that problem or that task. Um, so ChatGPT operators basically is an agent that controls the browser. But from all the demos that I've seen, it's not fast, it's not reliable, and it's super buggy. Maybe by the end of the year, it's going to get better. I understand it's like a version one. So they just had to ship something to show that they're innovating because DeepSeek is like, that's another thing. Sorry. So browser use is what I consider a true AI agent, meaning it has a tool, which is it knows how to control browser. It has a brain. I think you hook it up to different brains like ChatGPT or Claude or DeepSeek, whatever. It's just an API to the back end. But then you give it a goal, like we'll do a demo of ordering a pizza. I'll see if I can find the LinkedIn goal. So for people that haven't coded, don't freak out. Basically on the right hand side is the AI tool Cursor. Cursor is actually, it's an AI code editor. It's no different than, I think, like VS Code. Basically just has AI built into it. Don't get intimidated. Basically it's just a code writer basically. And so Cursor is actually built on Claude Sonnet 3.5, but now they upgraded, and now Replit and Cursor are now using Claude 3.7 Sonnet. It's so weird. It's like talking about iPhones, like iPhone 11 has this feature better than iPhone 10 who had this feature. It's so weird to be like that techie influencer. I see those YouTubers and they're talking about new models. Here's what the new iPhone could do. It has a new blah, and that's like in the weird AR world. I don't know. I kind of word vomit a little. So, it's just using Cursor in this image, so it's no different than like VS Code. It's just basically you upload your code and it runs your code as well, allows you to edit basically. Just for people who have never coded before. On the left hand side, so you give it a goal like, hey, I want you to search this pet website and order me cat food, for example. So then what it does is it loads the web page, scans it, and then what you're seeing all the let me see if I could find something that's more slowed down. Okay, yeah, this will actually work because I could slow it down. because I want to show like one frame. Man, it's not going to show me. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this is a good example. So what it does is it loads the web page, and then it color codes and labels every element. An element could be an image, it could be a button, it could be a form, for example. It labels all of that, and then it feeds that into the AI. This is my assumption. Don't take this for truth, but this is my assumption. Then it takes that then so you give it a goal such as order cat food from this web pet store. So it loads the web page, and then it scans it, labels it, feeds it back to the LLM, and says, okay, based on all of these elements, which could be a photo, a button, or a form, for example, which one is most likely going to get me closer to my goal? It says, oh, probably that button that says cat food as a category. So then it goes back, presses that button, reloads the page, labels everything, and then does it again. And so if iteratively feeds back that loop, and that's an AI agent. It just has a goal, a brain, and a tool to try and execute this task. That's actually a really good way of putting it. This to me is like the best that I've seen as far as like there are people that are using browser use to like true AI agency to do true AI agent work. And let's do some demos. And for demos, you know who I'm going to talk about for longtime followers. I will always going to give her a shout out. I'm actually going to show a different video because I've done the pizza example where basically it will order a pizza using. So again, if you don't know, shout out to Sabrina Romanoff. She's more on the software developer side as far as like AI education, and so for her, she basically helps you. I mean, she's also the owner of Blotato, which we're for all my members. Hopefully, if it works out Sunday, I'm gonna have a course on Blotato for the community, all-in-one AI marketing tool. It's great. Like Sharon, Sharon in the AI community, she's been using Blotato to do all her AI content, and she did a great deep dive on yesterday's office hours, talking about her experience with it. And I think she got Carla or Carlene bought into it for AI automation because Carlene does it for social media content for nonprofits and churches. Isn't that a bunch of name dropping, which is kind of cool? Of like, I don't know if I can keep doing that as the community gets larger, but that's another thing. So shout out Sabrina, highly recommend follow her content. Great, phenomenal content. She's the owner of Potato, and also she sign up for her AI newsletter. She drops. So she's been doing like a lot of great interviews. So I'm actually going to go to her short page, and this I have to kind of like go back into her archive because I've done the pizza demo where it kind of like, here's the pizza one. Well, I'll open this one so I can see do two demos. I want to show you more the LinkedIn demo. I find the LinkedIn demo, the LinkedIn demo. I should at this point I should just bookmark these. I'm gonna actually bookmark them. So if you don't know, if I bookmark it, it's an important website that I'm gonna come back to again. And then only on Mac, I'm using a software called Alfred Mac. Trust me, this is like the ultimate productivity. This will save you like 2 hours a day. Just 2 hours a day. So what is that? 2 times 5. So if you want to save 10 hours every week, highly recommend, one, get a Mac, and then two, buy Alfred. And then Alfred has this ability right here. I'm going to teach this in the productivity course for the AI community. It's called search and browse. So if you see me do this little search bar, so if I press shift, say a little search bar that just popped up, I can search for any file or document or bookmark, like everything I bookmarked, like for websites. So I could literally type in swipe file, and then it would go to my Notion page, log into my Notion, and then also show me that specific page in Notion. I call it teleporting as the superpower. You're literally teleporting to another web page without using the mouse. And the time it would take to open the browser, type in Notion, wait for it to load, click around 14 times to get to that Earth page. Yeah, David D is like, how the fuck is he just teleporting or summoning websites? The reason why is the hack is very simple. Alfred's a one-time buy. It's $79. Don't quote me, something like that. It's in pounds. I don't know what the pound conversion is, but it's like $70, give or take. One-time buy, no subscription. Buy it for life. You're done. Every Mac should honestly come. Mac has Searchlight, but I don't like Searchlight or the Mac's built-in one. I don't find it reliable because I could do a bunch of other cool stuff in Alfred that I can't do in search, or Spotlight is max built-in version. So I the habit or productivity tip is, if you go to a website over and over and over again for work, for business, could be like your bank website, could be your website or websites for work or tasks or email. The rule is I give it to Alfred as like my personal butler, and now Alfred will always remember it. So watch this. So I'm going to bookmark this, and then I'm going to spam it with keywords. So I'm going to be like AI agent, pizza, Sabrina, and that should be enough. So if I type in any of those words, so now if I press enter, now it's saved the Alfred using just Google bookmarks built in. That was just Google bookmarks built in, nothing special. But when I summon Alfred, and if I type pizza, oh look, that one bookmark right there is AI agent Sabrina keywords. So it's just keywords hacking. And then when I press enter, it will open Chrome, type in that URL, and press enter.
Open Lucky Slice Pizza and DoorDash. Place an order for cheese.
That's teleporting. Welcome. Please follow if you find this shit valuable. Like that's like super productivity hack. Of like, that will save you 10 hours a day just using that one thing. Yeah, Seeker of No says Spotlight, there's a lot of cool things I could do with Alfred that you can't do with Spotlight. I go deeper into the course and stuff, but that is a hack. Anyways, back to AI agents. This is AI agents where basically she's running browser use to when too bad you can't see dates on shorts, so you can't really see like when it came out. She was really early on this. So this orders pizza. So let's watch a demo. So she just opens cursor, loads browser use, gives it a goal of hey, order a pizza, and let's watch it run.
Pizza. Okay, it's navigated to the page. It found the cheese pizza, large, just cheese, and now it's going to try to add it to the cart. Right? So you can see it in my cart here. It's going to try to click continue. Now we're at the checkout page. This pizza place isn't actually open right now, so it'll be interesting to see if it schedules it for later. Right, so here it's analyzing the page. So now it's trying to schedule the order for later. Okay, that's choosing 1250 to 110. The last step is to click place order. So we'll see if it does that, and then I will need to cancel the order. Oh no, it's clicking it. Order scheduled. AI agent went all the way from like browsing this pizza place's menu, placing the order, choosing a delivery time in the future, and then placing the final order. Right. Open Lucky Slice Pizza and DoorDash, place an order for cheese pizza. Okay, it's navigated to the page. It found the cheese pizza, large, just cheese, and now it's going to try to add it to the cart. Right? So you can see it in my cart here. It's going to try to click continue.
I think we loop through it, but basically, like, that's AI? That's true AI agents. It's open source, but that to me is the gold standard until I find something better. Like, that's what I find is the true AI agency. David E's like, that's bad. MJ bad. Hell yeah. I'm just giving you guys nothing but the best tips to help you guys stay up to date with not just AI and technology. I'll show you another demo right after this of her using it on LinkedIn. That's really dope too. Kai says, how long have you been in tech or AI? What would you rate your skill set from 1 to 10 in the AI sphere? I would rate it as a 15, only because that's the level you have to do to host an AI show for 2 hours every single day for the last 3 weeks, and pretty much like. There's no way I could talk about this kind of stuff if I didn't build AI agents, if I didn't build automations, if I like low key, honestly, because like that's how I test my knowledge to stay up to date. Dr. T is like, let's go level 15. But at the end of the day, because like I wouldn't be able to provide you guys the best level of answers directly to show you exactly how. So like you asked about operators, I'm like, operators is okay, but I've tested it, I've watched demos, I've yet to see it being really functional. And what I determine as functional is I could use it for a client that's going to pay me thousands of dollars to set it up for them, and it's going to work reliable. For example, like Go High Level, I don't recommend their AI voice or chatbots. I'm going to say use Vappy for voice and chat base because they're gold standards and because I built using them. So, and then by trade, outside of AI, I'm technically a Salesforce developer. I was that for like 3 years. So I would go into startups and I would build out their CRM or Salesforce tech stack, their entire entire marketing tech stack. Then I have another about 5 years in marketing consulting. So I would build lead acquisition systems for small businesses. That's their ads, their funnels, their automation, their marketing. I would build everything from scratch using the best tools glued together. And then before that, I taught myself how to code by automating my first 9 to 5 job, where I basically used AutoHotkey. We're getting like nerdy back in the day, but AutoHotkey allows you to automate your mouse and keyboard. So I automated my first 9 to 5 job, then used that skills to then build my first robot. This is actually a real fun story. I actually have the robot in storage. It's actually in the garage. I'll get it. It's in the garage. So I actually built a robot because I used to work for a transportation company where I had to initialize RFID cards, and I had to do 50,000 a month. And I was like, there's no way I could sit here one at a time and initialize these cards. And I talked to my boss, and he's like, yeah, I was like, hey, there should be a robot, I would assume, that does this job. Like, this sounds very repetitive, and like, I'm sure there's a robot that does it. And the guy was like, my boss, he was super cool. He was super nice. But he's like, yeah, but the robot costs $100,000 and we just don't have that in the budget. And I was like, well, I don't like no. And like, also, there's that someone mentioned that today on the lives, like, give a job. I'd rather give a job. Joseph said that. I rather give a task to a lazy person, because a lazy person is going to find a faster, easier way to get it done with minimal effort. So I took my coding skills from AutoHotkey, learned how to build Arduinos, or circuit board design using Arduino robotics. So I taught myself robotic. I gave myself a $5,000 fund and 60 days to see if I could do it, because I was bored after work, honestly. So I was like, let me just see if I can. If it does work out, then great. I just automated my whole job that I don't have to do this miserable task for the rest of my life. And so learned Arduino. I sourced parts from China, built the robot for $5,000, and then learned the hard way that anything that you build on company's time is technically their proprietary. So I couldn't monetize it. So then I was like, well, let me learn. And at the time, they moved over to Salesforce. So I was like, all my code that I did with Oracle SQL, I know I'm getting super nerdy. All the code that I wrote to automate I literally took an 8-hour job and cut it down to 1 hour using automation. But I couldn't tell my coworkers. I was like, I couldn't tell them that I was using software, else they would have gave me more work. So I was like, fuck that. So I just watched Twilight Zone all day streaming. I just streamed TikTok, streamed YouTube. And just streamed YouTube, I watched Opie and Anthony's series, I watched Twilight Zone, like all this series. I was just bored for 7 hours, and I condensed my whole job into 1 hour. So that's why my whole philosophy, I mean, you guys can't see, I have a tattoo that says learn to live. Meaning, what you invest in your learning and education today, if you learn one new thing, that's directly going to benefit your life tomorrow and save you time. So as soon as I learned how to code, I literally took an 8-hour job, and it became 1 hour effort. And I was like, oh, I understand coding now. And I was like, I wasn't the best. I sucked at it. But as a coder, coders just know how to Google or research. So I hacked my way. And then I was like, oh, well, so that's my whole path of like, being lazy at a job, learning coding, automating, building robotics, then getting to Salesforce, then getting into marketing, then going into AI is pretty much that was like a 15 year work history right there, and it condensed. That's all self-taught. No courses, no degree. Well, I have a degree in lighting design for concerts and theaters. So like when you go to concerts and theaters and someone's doing the light show, that was my college degree. But the funny thing is, before I started the college degree, I was already freelancing, getting paid as a lighting consultant. So I was already doing the job, getting paid while I was getting the degree. But the degree was pretty much like that's probably, I put myself through college that way. Is like I would freelance lighting design, get paid doing lighting shows for concerts, theaters, plays. I was resident lighting designer. It has some aspect of coding, basically. I'm just visual at the end of the day, ADHD. And then from there, the market tanked at that time. Theater tanked out. I think it was like the '08 crash or something like that. Market crashed, people weren't going to theaters, so I had to go get a 9 to 5 corporate job, and then I did the corporate job for 10 years, and that's what got me into robotics and AI and automation. And then once I learned Arduino, I was like, this is so valuable. I started because I'm always side hustle at the same time. So I was like, yo, this is so valuable. I then maker spaces were just becoming a thing where you can go to a space and they had access to like soldering, and 3D printers were becoming a trend at that time. So then I was like, but no one was teaching. So I was like, oh, so I went to a maker spot and I was like, hey, I learned Arduino and 3D printing on my own because I built a robot that automated my job. I was like, can I teach it was a 4 weekend workshop where every weekend you would come to one of the workshops, and for 3 hours I would teach you first how to use Arduino. So module 1 was learning how to code. Module 2 was learning how to do circuit board design with breadboards. Module 3 was learning how to circuit boards and soldering design, and then how to actually design your own circuit board, which is dope. Then module 3.5 is how to do 3D modeling using Fusion 360 to model whatever object that you want. And then module 4 was how to print it using 3D printers. And so by the end of the workshop, I had students, high school students, even my oldest student was like 90, which I thought was so funny. And so they went through the program, and by the end of the program, you knew how to take an idea and turn it into a physical robot. And then from there, coding, circuit board design, robotics, how to model using CAD, and then 3D printing. And those 5 skill sets, you're super dangerous. Like, you can literally start any product or build any product from what your imagination comes to. So that's my origin story. That's pretty cool. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. No, but at the end of the time, I mean, that's like, if I could learn it, you can learn it. And if I could do anything to kind of share my journey and help you guys, that's what my passion is, teaching. At the end of the day, I'm a teacher by passion. Monique says, I'm an online business coach teaching women 50 plus to create online businesses. How can I use AI in my business? Nice. So actually, you're going to teach them ChatGPT. You're actually going to teach them. Let's actually go through. I actually have a 14-day curriculum. Let me teleport to my Notion documents. Teleport. Now you guys know the secret. Hell yeah. I'm going to teach the course in the academy by the way, everything that I'm teaching, AI, productivity, and all of that, is inside my AI community. Courses, Simple Tech Skills. There we go. SimpleTechSkills.com is the website. You could join the community. It's a free 7-day trial. You could join. For 7 days, you get full access to all the courses. You get to meet the community twice a week, office hours. It's super affordable. And so that's where I'm basically teaching online all of these schools. Monique is interested. Monique is actually, you should join, because this is actually going to be one of the curriculums that I'm going to show you of like how to help your business owners use AI to start their businesses, basically. So this is going to be a course that's eventually going to come out. It's technically going to be also a lead magnet for people that have yet to join. But so I've gotten a lot of feedback where people are like, John, there's 50 different AI tools and all of them are super expensive. Me as a business owner, I don't know where to start. I get overwhelmed, but what can I do to help grow or start my business fundamentally? And so this is what I created, the 14-day challenge, 14-day AI ChatGPT business challenge. I know it has big wordy name. So the way I set up this curriculum, you could tell I love teaching, is nerd out on curriculums. So through 14 days, we're only going to use one tool, ChatGPT. You do need to pay for the ChatGPT Plus plan, to get to custom GPTs. But in all honesty, out of all the AI tools that I've been talking about through this whole, even this whole series, I still only pay for ChatGPT. Like, ChatGPT is the only one that I still pay for $20 a month, and I'm worth every penny. All the other ones I still don't pay for yet. Maybe Gling. Gling's the only other one. We'll get into Gling later on. Anyways, so for Esmeralda, SimpleTechSkills.com. You can take a screenshot. It's a simple name too. It's like Simple Tech Skills, plural. So if you want the best AI skills, just go to Simple Tech Skills. That's kind of funny. I like that. Anyways, so the way this 14-day challenge works is that I take you, because I have 10 years of marketing experience, and so I take you through basically the marketing framework, just using ChatGPT to help you refine your marketing strategy so that at the end of the day, you can get more leads that then leads to sales at the end of the day. So so if you follow this curriculum, it's the same way as well too. So number one is first you need to learn how to just do prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is basically how do you ask the AI tools correctly so they give you the answer that you're looking for example. So we'll do a quick dive on how to do prompt engineering. Actually, this whole course is already, this part is already in the, I'm logged in right now. This is the AI community. I host my community in Circle. I don't recommend school. We could go deeper later on about that, but basically there's a 4-hour ChatGPT course that's in there. Again, free 7-day trial, no risk. Full ChatGPT course just to teach you in there, and in it is prompt engineering. So first I need to teach you how to do prompt engineering. Then next is, this is when the first marketing principle comes in. I need you to use ChatGPT to help you figure out who is your ideal client. For example, I used to coach barbershops, and barbershops, I was be like, who's your ideal client? And they're like, men, women, old, young, kids, basically anyone with hair. And I was like, that is like, I was like, from a marketing point of view, I'm like, so everyone, which pretty much means no one. So you have to be very hyper specific. And actually, this is actually a great just analogy. I'm gonna bring them up over and over again. Fit Body Bootcamp as an example. Fit Body Bootcamp, they only sell to women over 40 that don't want to lift heavy weights and don't want to work out for an hour. That's the only people there's no men, there's no CrossFit, there's no young women in here. Like, they are very hyper specific. The reason why is because all your marketing material, the images, the hero, the testimonials, like, customers are literally looking for people that literally look like them. Like, if it's a woman and they see a man, they're going to be like, oh, this place isn't for me, basically. So that's why your marketing needs to be very hyper specific around who is that ideal client, that ideal avatar, specific that they are looking for. Dr. T is like 30-second power tap. You guys are going to get that from TikTok Shop, that little clip that automatically goes rapid fire. Dr. T is like, let's show Jonathan some love. We're at 6,000 likes, 25 new followers. You guys are amazing. Like, again, I'm here to serve, to help you guys. At the end of the day, you guys are giving me your attention, which I'm truly grateful for. So the most that I could do is like at least over deliver, show you guys all the cool things. So yeah, so that's your ideal avatar, which is so important. Then we go into the next phase. This is basically a marketing framework. If I were to take on a marketing consultant or a client for marketing consulting to help them get more leads and get more sales, this is roughly the same framework that I'm going to work step by step for. AI Geek says, signed up for your newsletter. Yep, sign up for the newsletter. By the way, people who sign up for the newsletter, tomorrow, so every Saturday, 10 to 11 a.m. is an exclusive AI Q&A. We jump on a Zoom call. It's not recorded, not live stream. You get to ask your questions and do exactly more of this at the end of the day, honestly. So we need to figure out, you first need a lead magnet. Every business, before you sell a product or service, your first exercise is trying to get a good lead magnet. Like, that's the most important, because then next you're building an email list. Like, that is the first step into a client or customer into your world before they actually buy something for you. So that's why you need a lead magnet. Lead magnets are very important. It's going to be the only link. And this is a pro tip, don't use link trees. You need a website, and you're sending all of your traffic to your squeeze page, which has this lead magnet, nothing else. That's all. That's how you're going to convert visitors or social media followers into leads, or even paid ads, for example, into leads. Very important. And so we need to develop your lead magnet. Once we got your lead magnet, then we need to build an email nurturing campaign. Most people make the mistake of the email marketing because they just ask for the sale in the emails, and they'll just be like, buy. And it's like, no, you got to still continue. Give more trust, give more trust, or give more value, give more value. It's building trust. This is Gary Vee's book. Remember Gary Vee? He wrote a book that's like jab, punch, jab, punch. It's give value, ask for the sale, give value, give it. Technically it's give, ask for the sale. Give, ask for the sale. That's really, in reality, that's what it's like. Yeah, but they can only put so many jabs on the book. So we need a nurture. We need a conversion event. So for example, that's why I have an exclusive Saturday masterclass, basically, or Q&A every Saturday, only for the email list. That's important because that's going to convert people into, or there's actually, it's a true and tried statistic. Only 3% of the buyers are gonna, only 3% of the people watching the stream are gonna sign up for the free AI newsletter. Of that, only 3% are gonna show up on the Saturday AI free webinar masterclass. Of the AI webinar masterclass, only 3% are actually going to sign up for the free 7-day trial. So your TLDR to say you're not going to get everyone, but that's what you're adding for through each of the stages. Brother Vince, good to see you. Are you on TikTok now? Good to see you, Brother Vince, on TikTok. And then Cool AI Guy says, do you have a training or tutorial? Yep. SimpleTechSkills.com has all the training and all the courses. This is the actual academy itself. You can see there's all course. 2-hour Notion course, 4-hour ChatGPT course, 4-hour Make.com course, and we're adding new courses, 2 to 3 new courses every single month. So then we're only on day 4. Day 5, we need to do the sales copy for your sales page. It's totally different structure. You have your website. Don't build websites, please. Build 2 funnels. Funnel number 1 is for cold traffic to convert into leads using a lead magnet. Then of the leads, this is your ask. You're sending them to a sales page with a 2-minute video sales letter that says, hi, my name is John. If you struggled with staying up to date with AI, you want to learn how to use AI in your work or business, we have step-by-step courses plus office hours to keep you up to date with AI. And then you say, here's how to get started. Here's how to get started. Simply click the link below and you can sign up for a free 7-day trial. And then lastly, which I'm going to add, is testimonials. So I just haven't asked yet for my my community for testimonials yet, but yeah, testimonials will go later. Even though I know my AI family, they're so supportive. Next, we need traffic. That's just building your lead acquisition system. Your 2 funnels that if you send traffic will convert into leads that will then convert into sales. That's one step. Now that's like building the house. Now that we built the house, next we need to build the roads for traffic. Brother Vince is like, yep, nice. So the roads comes from there's only 2 forms of traffic at the end of the day to grow your business regardless. Traffic source number 1 is paid ads. That's Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. That's all. Then there's organic content. Organic content has 2 forms. 3 forms. There's long form, which is 5 to 10 minutes. Short form, which is less than a minute. And then there's lives. You have to be thinking about adding lives to your marketing strategy if you want to compete, because what I'm seeing, that's why I'm doing lives, is because what I'm seeing the industry change, the people who go live are the people that make more sales. It's like that's because it's more nurturing, more raw. People are kind of getting burnt out of the hyper content that's like 30 seconds, 5 minutes. I don't have time for a whole YouTube video and stuff like that. So Nomad says, on your YouTube channel, the CRM app you did the tutorial of, do you still recommend the app? Yeah, so for CRM, there's 2 apps. I call it DIY and then all-in-one. The all-in-one is Go High Level. It's great if you do Phoenix Fashion Week, Brian Hill. Congrats on the 2,000 YouTube subscribers. I appreciate you. I got Brian Hill. He's fashion guru. So if you want to start a fashion brand or do accessories for a brand, he's the GOAT. And so Phoenix Fashion Week. So there's 2 CRMs I recommend. Back to Nomad. Sorry, ADHD. Squirrel. Is that there's the done for you or the all-in-one. That's why I recommend Go High Level. That's mostly if your business has a calendar booking or a sales cycle, like a real estate agent, for example, that's perfect for Go High Level. It's like, but if you just do like e-com or like for me, digital products, for example, where I don't have to get on sales calls to sell, for example, it's a totally different business model. You have to make that decision out. Do you do high ticket services or do you do low ticket digital products or physical products? They're 2 completely different business models and strategies. And so both work. It's just how you set up your funnel and tooling is gonna be a little bit different. So for the DIY approach, that's where I honestly, for people that can't afford, like I did a coaching call today with our new member. Her name is Cheryl. So Cheryl's just starting off. She doesn't need go high level. It's just starting off. Like it's too complex for her. She doesn't need to be set. She is like she wants something simple. And so the only two tools starting off is lead pages. Like this is great for back to Monique, where you're like trying to help your clients start the business. ChatGPT would be the AI tool. Then lead pages for the website. I don't recommend ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is like super complicated. Like I even tried it like just recently. I'm like, why is this so complicated to do things? Lead Pages is $49 a month. That's the monthly plan. Of course, it's cheaper on the annual. Lead Pages allows you to build a beautiful looking website, mobile and desktop. But more importantly, you build funnels. That's what you're building, funnels. The reason why I don't recommend, and please, dear God, don't use WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, GoDaddy, System.io, Funnels.io, or Framer, or Webflow, or any AI website building tool. That will destroy your business and actually be a bottleneck and actually prevent you from turning visitors into sales consistently. So only two website tools: Lead Pages for budget, go high level, all in one. Now the Lead Pages DIY approach, you do lead pages and then you still need an email marketing tool. So that's going to be kit.com. Kit, well, actually, hold on, let me do Kit, because I like doing the Google searches so that you could kind of see like the name Kit, convert Kit. Yeah, so you guys could take screenshots. Kit is better for I love Kit for email marketing. I don't like to say guarantees, but I've never had my emails marked as spam. I could send unlimited emails for like $29 a month because I do you could do all it's way better than what's that one from Monkey? I can't remember. It's like something Monkey, the Monkey MailChimp. Way better. Don't do MailChimp. MailChimp is trash. Kit's the go-to get standard. If you have some money, maybe Active Campaign, but that's too expensive and complex for what you want. I've been rocking and all my clients have been using kit.com and it's like super reliable, easy. Like I love it for its simplicity. Now the great thing, you technically don't need Zapier or an API or make.com to connect them both. So if they fill out the form on the website, go ahead and add them to the email marketing. Technically, if you want to add the like the CRM, which is going to be ClickUp, technically, yeah, you still need make.com, ClickUp. You still need Zapier. No, I'm sorry. Dear God, please slap me for mentioning Zapier. Make.com for automation, to automate everything, to kind of connect all the pipes together. And so ClickUp is basically, Phoenix says constant contact expensive. Yeah. It's a little, I've just seen larger clients that just have a large, like if you have like 10,000 emails, like I've seen constant contact work really well. It just like Active Campaign would technically be a little bit better. I like a lot of larger size clients are using Active Campaign. Constant contact works just as fine. It's just the pricing that's super annoying. And then again, it depends how complex are your automations and stuff like that. For context, you should build an email sequence for every stage of the funnel that you're trying to move them into. So for example, if you guys sign up for the email news, I'll show you guys too. Just kind of like give you guys a little more context behind the scenes. If you guys are finding this valuable, please hit the subscribe, join the newsletter, link in bio, where I go much deeper. So to give you guys some context, like these are I have basically two email sequences basically. So if you sign up for the email newsletter, you'll go into a 4-day email sequence. Ooh, look at that open rate, 48% open rate. That's super nice. But basically it's a 4-day sequence that's just going to give you the free gifts, ask you to sign up for the AI Academy, and then also day 3 is going to invite you to the Saturday webinar. And then I think it just stops after that. That's it. Then you'll get the occasional reminders every Saturday to join, or you'll get announcements from me of like, hey, we just released a new course, basically. The whole goal of this is just to get you to try the 7-day trial. That's all. But it's pretty short. If you don't try after 4 days, it doesn't bug you. It just kind of like, because you'll go back to my lives at the end of the day, and you'll be invited every Saturday. Then if you do sign up, you'll be put in the 7-day trial, which I think we had 2 people sign up today, which is actually really dope. They both signed up for the annual plan, which I'm stoked for. So those two, so all this does is over the next 5 days, tell you why. One is the onboarding one that says, hey, as a free gift for joining, you get a 30-minute one-on-one with John, which is, if you ask any member that's done my one-on-ones, they love my one-on-ones, because I give you, if you think I'm giving you a lot of value right now in just this, imagine this, but solely focused on your business. Like, so that's a whole nother side. So you get a 30-minute one-on-one, completely free, 7 days, free trial. Can't beat that. Dr. T says, love, love, love. You love, like, it's the best way that I can over deliver to like bring you in. Because again, it's a marketing point of view. It's a marketing strategy. I'm trying to give as much value so that you have such a great experience. If you go anywhere else, you now have me as the gold standard to compare to any other community. And you'll be like, man, I've signed up for other school communities. I can't get one-on-one time with the head guy. His courses are out of date, and like the community engagement, I don't really feel much of a family element to it. So like it's all strategically designed. So you have 7-day email sequence that just, and after day 4 and 5, I think just says, hey, if you want to upgrade, optional upgrade. If not, just literally take no action and you'll automatically enroll. All the people that have signed up for the 7-day trial have committed. No one's canceled. And then what else? So all your email sequences do is basically think of your CRM, and you have new lead, 7-day trial, active member. You should technically build an email sequence for each of those stages to continuously in an automated way nurture the lead to try and give value, and then ask them to take the next step. One step. It's the same thing as like a funnel, but just done through the emails. So that's email marketing 101, which is kind of fun. I use I've been using it in Kit for like the whole time since I started, and I love it. It's simple. So then we get into traffic, and then we'll go back to, so Monique, hope that answers your questions of like how you can use AI for your clients in your business. Number 1 is basically ChatGPT, teach them for marketing how to develop a lead magnet, copywriting, number 1, define their ideal customer and pain point and problem. Like this is important because not just the ideal customer, but also the product that you're selling has demand or has need. For example, we had someone in the chat saying, how can I monetize my AI resume building tool? And the problem is none of this is going to work because in sales, not just marketing, but the sales element, sales has 3 components. Does that person have access to the funds as the decision maker? And also, do they have the budget? Or second is, do they have the budget too? And then, so do they have access to say yes and check out on the credit card, or do they have to ask their boss or spouse or partner or something like that? Second sales question is, do they have the budget or access to credit or debit credit? It also is another thing, because like don't let them not having disposable income have the biggest priority. If it gets into high ticket coaching, people will take out a loan to hire a high ticket coach, for example. And then Queenly says, Lordy, is this pre-recorded? So 100%, this is all like my like everyone says the best analogy is like watching me and my lives are like drinking from a fire hose. Trust. So if you go to my YouTube channel, take a screenshot real quick. So it's just my name, JonathanAcuna.com. It's not AI John yet. Soon, maybe. I don't know with Pickle. Now that I know about Pickle, I got to figure out the finger authentication. They're going to be in the chat. John, put up 3 fingers if this is you. And I'll be like, no, I'm not. I am not playing video games while I'm giving this lecture right now. If you guys know. So this is live. This is also recorded in real time on my YouTube channel. And here you can see all of my lives, and these are all no joke. Each one of these are 2 hours, 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 2 hours. So there's a ton of content. 700 videos. I got a little notification from vidIQ. vidIQ, if you guys don't know, does SEO for your YouTube channel. And vidIQ, I like vidIQ because it sends you emails every time you hit certain milestones. So it's like, it sent me an email today saying, congratulations on 700 videos. And I was like, dope. Keep going. Grind. Keep going. Not stopping. More rocket fuel. So yes, Quintine Wiley. That's all recorded on the live stream. So back to, I got lost, but yeah, that is marketing, that is funnels, that is AI tools, at least like for that. Monique says I'm live. Q. Nice. Good question. So yeah, the way this show works, just ask your AI. Wow, we are almost at 10,000 likes on TikTok. That's pretty dope. And 32 new followers. I appreciate each and every one of you. Actually, let me throw up this slide because this gets stops the scroll for brand new people coming in. So if you want to learn AI, that's pretty much what this show is about. You ask your AI questions. We're going to go for another 30 minutes. I go for 2 hours every day. I go live every single day, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, every day, Sunday through Sunday. And you won't get notified through the algorithm even if you follow. So just know if it's 6 o'clock, John's on. Let me jump on John. At the end of the day, I just want you to learn one new thing. Like for all the people that showed up early, they know about Pickle, and now they're now going to think about next time you open Zoom, they'll be like, $24 a month for Pickle sounds pretty damn good to be on a Zoom where I just have to show my face for the Zoom meeting that I don't have to be a part of. So that's wild. So everyone, welcome to the AI and Automation Show. Please ask your AI questions in the chat. That's pretty much how the show works. It's just your questions. Brother Vince is looking at it now. Yeah, we could go back to Pickle demo if you guys want. Dr. Cheese says, what's a major challenge you see with new people learning AI? Number one is just not investing in your education. If you think that because at the end of the day, people want to try and get as much as they can with free content. If you're learning a new skill set, it's like when I learned software development, Salesforce, like I will budget like $500 and spend that on nothing but the best courses, or access to trainings. Like that's the number one thing is regardless of if you're ever learning a new skill, because again, these skill sets pay dividends in ROI as far as time saving, career opportunities, financial opportunities for new revenue streams, especially when it comes to business. Like your first thing is like entrepreneurs like are actually the ones that have will actually spend a significant amount of their disposable income in education, because they know it gives them not only a competitive advantage, but it makes them better. Because ultimately, entrepreneurship is the ultimate form of personal development. You're just trying to develop yourself. You're learning the most hardest skills around in the world, other than parenting. Like that's a whole nother game. Of course, I gotta shout out for that. But at the same time, you're learning marketing, sales, operations. Then you finally get into leadership. Then you get into communication. Like all of these skill sets, you as an entrepreneur have to learn how to do for starting or growing your business, regardless of whatever it is. So that's why entrepreneurs invest in courses, one-on-one coaching, master classes or masterminds, for example, because they know, number one, not just courses, but two, surrounding themselves with like-minded people or people that are doing better than them. It's all about getting in the room of the people that you want to become. So if you want to start a business, and especially in AI, you should get in a community, paid community, not the free ones, not Liam's. Everyone's joined Liam's AI or school community, but I guarantee you're not getting anything of an education. Like, of course, if you compare it to my standard, but like you're not getting anything of a competitive advantage joining Liam's group. Even though he has the largest AI community, you're mostly just going to get marketed to like buy other products or just Indian people at the end of the day. Like his content's great, it's motivational, but it's just a different style. So you need to be in the room of the people that you want to become. You need to invest in education, like actually pay for courses. They're going to give you a huge competitive advantage. So whenever you pay for education, and you don't even have to buy my course stuff. Like I've bought workshops, I've bought training, I bought AI courses, I bought chatbot courses, I bought make.com courses. Like, I spend a ludicrous amounts of money on my own education just so I can stay up to date. If I see a course or something I want to learn, like I'll buy an NAN course, I'll buy a make.com course, and I'll learn one new thing from it that I'll apply. So then collectively through all those courses and then usually training, that's usually the best. So most people, the biggest thing that, back to Dr. T's question, the major challenge is people don't pay to invest in their education. And that's where the difference, because your alternative is like free, and you're not going to get the education that you want for free. Like watching YouTube videos or TikTok videos, hoping that you're going to become an AI expert, never going to happen. So that's where it's like you need to invest in really good like courses, curriculums, coaches, mastermind groups is like the best way. Those are the people that are going to get ahead as far as learning AI. And then also community next is like surrounding yourself with other people that are building things. They will inspire you. They will share their projects. You'll learn a ton of stuff from other people that are working on other projects that are like, oh, wow, I didn't think about that. Or, wow, you're building that. How'd you do that? Oh, shoot, I didn't think you could do that, or some blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. Dr. T says, what would be a minimum amount to invest? Understanding it's up to the person. So when it comes to AI comes into two camps. One is courses and the other is tools. So the tools have some expense. So I would budget, honestly, say, I mean, if you can, I could say $100 a month on tools. You're never going to spend $100 on tools, maybe $50, but I like to double. So that's like the most, like, and that's just tools. So, I mean, at the most, you're going to spend $50 on tools at the end of the day, roughly, for just monthly on tools. Again, it also depends on what you're trying to do. But then the other side for courses, I budget $500 a month for education courses. Like I have coaches that I hire so that I learn from them. And so I spend probably about $500 a month on coaches, one-on-one coaches. So so let's put it this way. I spend roughly $500 a month on one-on-one coaches. Then I also spend another $100 a month roughly on AI tools, stuff to just play, test out, try, like Gling. I tried Gling. I tried the chatbots, the voice agents, the automations, all sorts of stuff. Like, what did I buy recently? I'm trying to remember. Honestly, renewed my Gling contract, for example. So again, that's minimally. I know people that spend more than that. I know people that spend less than that. It just depends how serious you are as far as what's your goals. Your goals are going to drive your actions, because I have huge goals. Like I want to, whole honesty, not just pay off debt. And then I also want to I'm trying to accelerate, trying to become the best AI expert in the shortest amount of time through organic content. I want to, well, again, if you think of the mission, trying to teach 1 million people. So if I'm trying to teach 1 million people AI and I want to do that by the end of the year, that's why on one level, why I'm so aggressive as far as like so much content, so much daily lives, at least compared to my competitors. What if I see them putting out more content, then I'll put out more content. But as what I see today, like just in my niche, like I'm doing more lives than they're doing lives. But then short form content, they're putting out only Robo Nuggets and Sabrina are the only two that I see that are like pumping out as much content, like almost like anywhere from like 4 to 6 short form videos a day. So looking at them. So that's where I just want to like know what my competitors are doing and trying to pump out more content. So it's like, regardless of your industry, if you're in real estate, for example, you should be competing with all your other real estate agencies. Like, well, if they're putting out content, you put out double the content. Because it's like, it's insanely competitive at the end of the day. So it's like, again, you have goals. The faster to reach goals is just do more at the end of the day. So throwing on the gas, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's educate. Trust, these are small amounts of money in comparison to how much opportunity they will bring you in a short period of time. For example, like Salesforce, when I switched careers from 9 to 5 to learning Salesforce, I spent 3 months and $600 in courses. Oh, actually, no, I spent $700 on courses and tests. and then it took 3 months of studying to reskill myself to become a Salesforce admin. But then I went from making $70,000 a year to $120,000 a year in salary. It was a very aggressive timeline. I don't recommend it. It wasn't healthy. Again, mental health and work-life balance is not really a thing when it comes to these we'll call them accelerator programs. When you have to literally get down, literally button down the hatches, no going out, no hobbies, no interests, no family, no events, and you're like, I need to focus to make this big shift in my life. Salesforce was a huge shift in my life. Next was AI, was a huge shift. Going 9 to 5 to entrepreneurship or starting my own business was a huge shift. So it's like these shifts are going to take a lot of commitment, focus, dedication to the craft. It's the 10,000 hour rules. If you want to be the best of anything, regardless if it's AI or anything, you're going to be dedicating an obscene amount of time, obsessing over trying to it's upskilling yourself into making that shift. But then the opportunity is always, it's always a race to who's there the first, and then second, that's where it's like I was early in Salesforce and I was able to capitalize it. You can't do that today. That's the difference too. People trying to get into Salesforce as a career, they're screwed. The opportunity is no longer there. The market's shifted. The game's changed. Same with AI. If you're trying to get in AI now, technically you're kind of late. I don't want to sugarcoat it. You're technically kind of late. There's already if you look at Liam's groups, you're now competing with 120,000 AI agencies around the world that are all building make.com, all AI agents. I'm not going to say the opportunity is over yet, because a very small amount of the percentage of the world is still, everyone, I would say 70% of the world is still on ChatGPT prompts and nothing more advanced than that. At the end of the day, it's still a very small percentage that is which if you're watching the stream, you're cutting edge you're literally at the forefront. We literally are watching Pickle. That now, how many people do you know in your community know about Pickle that can do deep fake Zoom meetings? It's just kind of wild. Monique says, can I use AI to find out if 50 plus females want to learn AI market research? Yes, but it's not going to come from market research or AI. It's actually going to come from marketing. So what you're going to do is basically, number one, create content. And I wouldn't even pivot. I wouldn't niche yourself down to just females and just people 50 over. I'm not gonna lie, the people that are 50 or over are still on Windows PC. They don't even have a password manager. So AI is not going to be and also probably 9 to 5ers. They're not going to be your ideal client. So you want to be a little more specific, maybe female entrepreneurs for sure. And I would target that. And I'm just being honest, because it's because I've had, I coach clients of different age groups and stuff like that. And honestly, a lot of what I'm coaching is basically, a lot of what I do is just basic computer 101. Getting them off PC, getting them onto Mac, teaching them password management, teaching them how to use the basic computer, email management. I still teach the basics, because a lot of people just haven't gone to that level. So before they get into AI, I'm there's levels to this game that you gotta upskill yourself, for example. But then if you look at the need, 100%, there's a ton. I mean, if you look at, there's great influencers, her name is Cat GPT. I'm sure you've seen the brunette, young brunette. She's in her 30s, and she just is learning AI and sharing with all the cool stuff that she's learning. So for Monique, I would just say, look, just do female entrepreneurs that want to learn AI. Number one, they have this. So back to the AI resume builder guy. He's how do I monetize the AI? I'm sorry, I didn't finish that loop. Some loops I didn't finish. The guy who was in the chat layer today, and he's how do I monetize my AI resume builder? Because it's a big demand. If it will help you get a job at the end of the day, so it's very valuable. But the problem is his ideal client does not have disposable income to afford any type of services, because they're technically broke and looking for a job, or they're so remember, sales is always 3 questions. and I'll do the marketing questions if you guys want to. Sales is always, do you have access to say yes and spend the credit card or debit card right now? Like you could literally go ka-ching right now and you don't have to ask for anyone's permission. Like, do you have permission to do that? That's number one, because it's called speaking with the decision maker. You don't want to waste time on your sales pitch, and actually they don't have access to the credit card. They have to go ask someone for the credit card, for example. Second is, do they have disposable income to afford your services or product? So for his demographic, they technically don't. I've had entrepreneurs that want to make great products, but for students, and I'm like, your problem is the students. That's going to prevent you from growing your scales because they don't have any money whatsoever. So it's going to be a hard sales process. You'll get a bunch of marketing and leads, but when it comes to sales, it's going to be a struggle. And then third is the priority. Why do they need to learn this now versus 6 months or later? Like, why is this a priority? For example, fitness is a great example. Like, if you need to lose 20 pounds in 30 days, or if you need to lose 10 pounds in 30 days because of a wedding or because of a surgery, for example, that's a high priority. You're going to move the needle and you're going to say, I will spend any amounts of money today to solve this now. For example, I like the plumber analogy. If I have a leaky leaky pipe in the sink, I'm like, I can let it leak. I just put a bucket under it. It's not a priority. I have some money this month coming in. I'm going to go spend it on a Hulu subscription for the TV series Paradise, which, by the way, is really dope. But anyways, once that pipe breaks, and if I'm having friends come over, I'm like, immediate priority. Let's get this fixed today. And I'm immediately on the phone, high priority. So that's another thing. So sales is always three things. It's always, do they have access to the funds? Are they the decision maker? Do they have disposable income to afford your services? And third, is it a priority for them? Because that's why your marketing is always going to pinpoint what's the top three things that keep them up at night. So for example, my AI training, the top three pain points that keep my audience up at night is: one, falling behind technology; two, either losing their job or losing their business to competitors that have AI skills, which is already the biggest pain point; and then third is becoming irrelevant in a very tech AI now focused economy. And so those three things keep my clients up at night, that they need to stay up to date. They don't want to either lose their job to someone who has AI skills, or don't want to lose their competitor or lose to their competitor because their competitor is using AI in their business to get 10 times more work done with a fraction amount of people. And then third is they don't want to become irrelevant. And we're basically in an AI economy where now you're competing globally in a global world for the same audience or product or service. Like online and lives are very competitive. Like you could just one swipe and you're watching dog videos with dubbed over, that someone's dubbed over their voice for the dog videos. And don't get me wrong, those are entertaining as hell, and I would rather watch those than talk to AI. So at the end of time, you're in the attention economy, so you're competing for people's attention. So all the people on the stream, I'm grateful for your attention, but the only reason you're watching is I'm trying to give as much value for 2 hours, which is kind of insane. So that's the game of like that. So I would open it up, Monique, to basically just women. I mean, that's a whole niche, and that's just women entrepreneurs that want to learn AI regardless of their age. Great. And then the only tool you're going to teach them is just how to use ChatGPT, and then specifically in the use cases for marketing. That's what we just went to. Identifying your ideal client, creating your lead magnet, creating your sales page, creating your content, like scripting your content, and stuff like that. And then that's how they're going to use AI to get more leads, to get more sales, for example. So nice. If you guys find this valuable, hit that like and subscribe button. I go live every single day, 7 days a week. You put your answers or questions in the chat, and we do deep dives. That's pretty much the way the show works. Very well. Wow, that was a great couple sessions right there, as far as like getting into marketing, getting into strategy from there. Nice. If you guys have, oh, cool. Kai says, if the AI gold rush is already here, how much time before starting becomes obsolete, would you say? It's terrifying. It's more of, think of it right now. So if you look at, the tools are already advancing now, that like the tools are pretty mature, as far as like you could build an AI voice agent that you can't tell the difference if it's human or if it's fake. The pickle tool, you can't tell the difference if it's real or fake. Granted, if you have them do the finger authorization with, that's pretty funny. So the tools are available. What's missing is the education and the application, because there's very little done for like educational training. Like I'm literally competing. There's a prompt engineering course that they're selling $1,750 to college students, and it's a ripoff because they don't teach them shit all anything about prompt engineering or anything. So there's shit education out there. That's the problem I'm trying to solve, because none of there's no one place that you could go to. Please let me know outside probably Udemy that you could go to probably try and learn chatbots, make.com automations, NAN automations, ChatGPT and prompt engineering, Notion, and project management. So it's like their education is slowly catching up. Even I have a lot of competition that are slowly catching up. So like education is going to be first. The tools are already evolved. It's just education can't keep up with the tool involvement, because I literally did, this is wild because I did this video the other day. I was talking with one client. She's like, hey, where can I go to learn? Like, what are the best AI tools? And so I went to my YouTube video and I was like, look, just watch this video. Yeah, let's do this one, for example. The other one was still work. I was like, these are 23 AI tools for real estate agents it's a 30-minute video. I just went through the best AI tools at that time. That was 2 months ago. 50% of the tools on there are already obsolete. That scared the shit out of me. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, oh, you should probably use Otter. I was like, wait a minute. No one uses Otter anymore. You should be using Fireflies. And then it just followed that for a lot of the tools. So 2 months, like 1 month in AI world is technically 6 months. Like, so all 50% of these 23 AI tools are already obsolete. There's better tools. There's already competitors that came out. VAPI wasn't a thing, or wasn't as prominent. And so that's the crazy thing that like just in that, this was just for real estate agents. Like, so that's scary. That was like 2 months ago. I was like, oh, you should probably watch this video. I was like, wait, you can't watch this video. You got to watch my lives, because my lives, I talk about more AI tools, because all of these tools, most of them are already obsolete. Like, I can't recommend that. And so that's the scary thing about AI. So that's why AI education is, because people can't produce content at the speed of, in a curriculum way, at the speed of the way AI development is happening. AI is exponential. So that's why 1 month in AI is technically 6 months in the real world. So if you're like I had a client, probably, oh darn, Clavette's not on the call. Clavette was, I did one-on-one coaching with this entrepreneur. We do weekly coaching. She was in my monthly coaching program. She missed 1 week. So it was 2 weeks until we reconnected. We spent 3 hours just catching her up to all the things that have changed in 3 weeks. I launched the course. I came out with the whole curriculum. We talked about VAPI. We talked about NAN. We talked about browser use. We talked about, and the list goes on and on and on. She was like, oh, I just missed 2 weeks. So that's the speed. That's where it's like, you can't sleep on, like, you need to move fast as far as like taking advantage of what AI has to offer. Because again, the only difference is your competitors, if they keep up to date with it, they're going to be able, like say for example, them using not just make.com, if they have a smart kid in their team that knows how to use browser use, congratulations, you now have AI agents that you could deploy to automate pretty complex projects to get a competitive advantage, because your competitors now browsing the web manually, trying to fill out a form or check out a website or scrape some data, for example. So it's like, that's where I'm like, we're already behind, but at the same time, so many people are still mostly stuck in ChatGPT prompt world. So it's even more far behind. And so that's where I'm like, you're already seeing layoffs. You're already seeing people lose their jobs. You're already seeing companies not hiring because of the recession. companies aren't hiring because they can't afford full-time employees, because now the value of the dollar is going low. That's another conversation. So basically, companies aren't hiring, so they're going to look to hire more. Well, one, they're going to promote the people that have. They're bringing in right now. I'm already seeing large organizations hire, and I'm already getting more demand for AI workshops for companies. So I go in and I give a 1 to 2 hour workshop basically on how to use AI for your company. It's mostly real estate agents that are hitting me up right now to do AI. Real estate agents, mortgage loan officers, attorneys are like the main ones that are hitting me up for AI workshops. Like my whole month, next month is going to be even more booked, just doing workshops to just teach people like what is AI, what are the different AI tools, and fundamentally it buckets down to I'll call it your number one is your daily. Actually, let me bring that up because so you can see. Hold on, I got to bring it up on another tab because I'd rather reference my notes. So I had this on a coaching call with a client today because she wants to do AI training for it, and so this is why I use Notion. This is why I love Notion. So one of the biggest thing is a workshop that basically just has to educate people of what is AI and what's available, basically what's possible as of today. That's really what it's about, because the most they use is ChatGPT. That's the most that they maybe knows DeepSeek, but they'll never touch DeepSeek. So AI training, your workshop fundle is always just going to bucket into these main categories. This is why I love Notion. It's so dope. Okay, let me break this down so we could break down. This is a great topic. Because if you guys are getting this, I like Joseph says, he's like, are you mopping what I'm spilling? I'm like, I love that quote, that phrase. He's like, I'm mopping what you're spilling, bro. And I'm like, so that's so dope. Anyways, these are, if we break these down and number them, what's the number? Okay, top 5. Okay, so for an AI webinar training, it's mostly going to cover these 5 categories. These 5 categories, number one is, you take a screenshot too. Number one is what I call AI productivity tools. That's your dailies. You have one, which is ChatGPT. Technically, you should be using 3 at the same time: ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and Mistral. That's it. And you're going to be using them to basically get a little bit better, for example. And so you're using your daily 3 large language models, not one. Then you're also, for your business, this is a year old. Let me show you this just to like conceptualize what the game you guys are playing. Basically, if you guys are finding this valuable, please follow, please hit that like button. It goes a long way to help the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you as we're learning about AI together. So this is a report HubSpot did in early 2024, early of the year, that they came out with this, because 2024 came out and they're like, yo, how are startups using AI in their marketing, basically? So they audited a bunch of startups, and so this is what they're found. This is the best frame. So each of these columns is basically a different department. You have sales, marketing, operations, customer success. Basically, we have less than 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna take a break from the stream because I only go for 2 hours. And so each of these 4 departments, you have marketing, sales, operations, and customer success. They audited each person in that department to say what AI tools are you using on a daily. You're competing with each employee that is using 10 different AI tools in their day-to-day. To accomplish what a whole department would do, now takes a smaller 1 or 2 people to do the. Basically, it's a factor of 3 to 1. For every 1 person that uses an AI tool can output the productivity of what it would take 3 people manually to do, fundamentally. And so here you're saying they're like, oh, they're using ChatGPT. They're using their CRM AI tool. They're using Jasper. They're using Grammarly. They're using ClickUp. They're using Otter. Kind of funny. I mean, it's so outdated because like now you're going to be using Fireflies, like Second Brain, but instead of Second Brain, now you're going to be using Chatbase or Custom GPT. A lot of these tools are already obsolete, which is kind of wild. So that's what you're competing, both as a professional and your business is, if they're competing with another business, their team is trained on 10 different AI tools to accomplish at a 3x multiple without having to hire additional people. So that's what you're competing at there. So that's just what I call AI productivity tools. What AI tools are specific to your role or task or job that you have to do daily? For example, don't think you could get away with just ChatGPT. to basically use that, and you're like, I just use ChatGPT and I'm good. No, you're screwed. Like, because other people are using, it could be Jasper, it could be video editing tools. There's so many different tools to like do more work, more part. That's why when I audit people, I go, what's the specific task that you're trying to accomplish? Like, one of the clients in our community who does grant writing, and he's like, hey, can I use this one tool for grant, or ChatGPT for grant writing? I was like, no, there's probably a specific grant writing AI tool that's out there. I did Google search, or I basically used DeepSeek search and Perplexity, found the best ones, gave it to him. I'm like, you should probably be using these AI tools to help you with grant writing. So there's an AI tool specific, tailored to whatever your use case is. So that's just AI tool training. Second is your daily large. Actually, let's just take this out. These are your daily large language models. So you have productivity tools at the top, doesn't include ChatGPT. And then you have your daily ones, which is honestly the top three is ChatGPT, Mistral, and DeepSeek. The reason why, and this is a really good analogy, is that the reason why would I choose three, or why would I use multiple when I could just use one? The answer is, when you go to Google, do you want to read just the first web page, or do you want to read all the web pages? The person who reads the first web page and says, I'm going to expect to know everything about that Google search from just reading the first web page, is going to be missing information. So that's the same as why large language models, each one of them is different. Like DeepSeek, I love DeepSeek because it's the wild card. It always brings in information that so most of them are going to have like 60 to 70% like same information basically. But then each of them is also going to add their own unique 30% of data. 7, 8 out of 10. I got to do the math because I'm horrible at math. But they're each going to bring in an additional 30% of something unique that the other two don't have. So and then holistically, I call it each one's going to give you a different piece of the pie. That's why holistically, they're going to give you a much better competitive advantage than just the person who uses one, for example. So that's your daily, the 3 LLMs. There may be more, but at least right now I'm loving the 3. And I only pay for ChatGPT. I don't pay for the other ones. So next one, automations. So these are the top 4. You technically only need 2. I like to simplify it and just say bake.com and NAN are the only 2 that you need. NAN is more if you want chatbots, and AI agents, that's the go-to. But if you just want workflow automation and AI assistance, that's going to be make.com. Those 2 are going to cover 100% of all your automation needs. The other 2, FlowWise and Relevance, those are more for people that just have never, they never invested in a make.com course. 2, they want some like easier using tool, but they're going to it works, but it's pretty mediocre when compared to someone that is trained. That's why tool mastery is so important. The people that are doing Relevance or FlowWise, like you're not tool mastery that you can take a make.com and you're basically developer level that you can build any type of workflow and automation tool. You're super dangerous. So that's why I don't recommend. I'm actually going to take these out because I don't want to recommend tools that aren't relevant. So make.com and NAN are the only 2 when it comes to any type of automation that you want to do in your business. Next is AI chatbots. Honestly, chat-based. I'm gonna come up with a couple others that are a little more heavier use case, but chat-based is gonna be the easiest one. There's also probably custom. So really, only it's like custom GPT, not ChatGPT, custom GPT, but there's an actual service called custom GPT that's enterprise level chatbots. So if you're a small business, chat-based works well. If you're an enterprise client or large organization, custom GPT is going to be the go-to one. So you have to know how to build AI chatbots. Again, for example, on my website, we're almost done too. On my website, simpletechskills.com, because again, quick plug. If you find this valuable, sign up for the free AI newsletter. If you want to take a next step, join the AI Academy, free 7-day trial. But if you go to my website, I used to get 20 emails a day of like, what's the AI Academy? What's the price? What's do you do sponsorships? Do you do one-on-one consulting? And blah 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 blah. So I would have to answer. I would get 20 emails every single day that I would have to answer and go back and forth with these questions. I was like, this is stupid. Like they're all asking the same 10 different questions basically. So once I installed the AI chatbot on my website, all of that went away. So I got back an extra 30 to 45 minutes per week, or 30 to 40 minutes per day per week. So what is that? Let's do 30 times 7, divide that by 60. So I got an extra 3.5 hours back in my life because I invested in an AI chatbot to automate that workflow. So these tools have a competitive advantage. They save you time at the end of the day. And then lastly is AI voice. This AI voice comes in 3 flavors. There's the AI voice receptionist that will answer calls 24/7, 365, only be it's like 10 cents a minute basically. Then there's cold calling. It's not cold calling. It's more sales qualification calling. They're calling the leads to see if they're verified. And then lastly, customer support to answer questions. And then that AI chatbot or AI voice agent knows everything about the business, can answer questions, troubleshoot, and work with the user to resolve the ticket, for example. The alternative is hiring a full-time employee, and you're going to find if you're a business owner, that's going to get more and more expensive as the years go on. Plus, the performance is not going to be there as the way you want it as well, too, because they call them rockstar players. Rockstar players are very expensive, and then say regular workers are also going to have a higher onboarding cost. They're also not going to be able to produce as much, and they're going to have some error rate as far as like they're not going to be that efficient. So the cost to a business, again, they're going to immediately see like once a company sees the ROI of like an AI voice agent and a chatbot and to see a demo, they're sold. They're never going to hire a person for that role again. And now let me just caveat this with AI is never going to replace people's job. The technology isn't fully reliable that it's going to like fully replace people. Like it's not going to happen. These tools are all large language model tools. Fundamentally, they're just fancy text auto predictors. They're just trying to predict what is statistically the next likely word based on some pre-trained pattern data. That's all. They don't think, they don't do reasoning, they can't work autonomously. They're never going to be true AI agents, and they're never going to take over full-time roles or jobs. But they are going to augment people who are using them. So if I take one employee with a suite of AI tools, he's going to be able to produce 10 times more work than what would take a bunch of other people manually, for example. So that's the cost saving. That's the workshops, and that's what I'm now getting hired for a lot of small businesses, especially in the real estate, and attorneys are now hiring me. It's all next month. That's going to be chaos, to do these workshops, to just give an education in 1 to 2 hours. What is the state of AI as of today? What's possible with what technology, for example? So nice. We covered a lot of topics. If you find any of this valuable, you can go to, of course, I have a cool slide right here. There we go. Simpletechskills.com is the website. Boop, that's the website. You can sign up for the free newsletter, completely free, get a lot of free goodies, or you can sign up for the AI Academy, our AI community. We have courses on this. We have twice a week office hours. Basically, if you want more of this type of stuff, basically, just more one-on-one, not one-on-one, but well, actually, you do get a one-on-one for free if you sign up for the AI Academy. It's a free 7-day trial, and I'm giving away a free 30-day one-on-one. That's limited for if people are watching this on the recording in the future. So hope you all learned something new at the end of the day. That's all I could do is just share as much as what I know as of today. Now you know what I know, and every day and every week it just continues to learn and grow. I go live every single day, 6 o'clock to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you found this valuable, please follow and like, and then join the email list. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night for the next live at the end of the day. So appreciate Monique, Kai, Brother Vince, Brian, David, cool AI guy, of course, Dr. T, and also Dr. Ray, Monique, Brother Vince, Joe, Cherry, Oki, Cole, Robert, Ao, Snazzy, Miss TW. We had a great audience tonight, so thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is all recorded and saved on my YouTube channel, so you can go back and rewatch. So have a wonderful night, and also have a wonderful weekend. I appreciate each and every one of you.